Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well. I have an update on the ongoing saga of where free agent quarterback, formerly with the New Orleans Saints, Jameis Winston, is expected to land next. And as I have been told, the situation is that Jameis is going to have another discussion with the Colts, but the Saints are said to be the front runner, and he'll make a decision this week. So apparently, Jameis has said from the start that he wants to be paid and regarded as the starter, the starting quarterback for an NFL team. I mean, let's face it, that's what he has been with the Buccaneers since he was drafted, the starter, the franchise quarterback. And in the brief time, the 2 years he's been with New Orleans, he has played like a franchise quarterback. And of equal importance, his self has shown tremendous growth just because, well, he's a husband, and now a father to two beautiful kids, husband to a beautiful wife, which gives him balance. And it shows. I think someone made some comment about how he changed his talk or something. He didn't change his talk. What happened was that Jameis Winston has a solid family unit that he is the head of, and that changes how you look at things. And that comes naturally. That's if it doesn't matter if you are in his situation, or even though I haven't had the honor of being a husband to a wife yet, could still happen, although the clock is ticking for me. But I am responsible for my mother as I see it. And so same rules apply. But back to the main course of news. Winston has wanted starter money. And right now, the Saints are in a situation where they tried to go after Deshaun Watson briefly. Watson, as you know, took Cleveland for a whopping $230 million. In preparing to accept Watson and his giant contract demands, the Saints managed to free up roughly $30 million for this year alone. So, and perhaps more. The point is, they now have enough money to make Jameis an attractive contract offer. The Colts have the money too, but because of Deshaun Watson, the cap situation for the Saints has dramatically changed and in his favor. So Deshaun starting all of this and then driving up the price for quarterbacks arguably has helped Jameis. And right now you've got quarterbacks that with incentives are looking at $40 million a year. It's not out of line to expect that kind of contract for Jameis when the dust settles. And you would say, what justifies that kind of choice? And my argument would be, what justifies that kind of choice, that kind of possibility, is, first of all, you're talking about a Heisman Trophy winner, a national champion. Let's not forget he led Florida State to a national championship. He was first-round pick. He has set a number of NFL passing records, including he's part of a unique 5,000-yard club, which he may again join this season if he is the starter. he is, in terms of intangibles, an acknowledged leader. So that's a lot on the table. He's got wins. Someone put up a tweet that I thought was actually stupid regarding Mitch Trubisky's Chicago Bears beating the Buccaneers 48-10 when Winston was quarterback. But what they didn't note, this is why it's very important to look at things, is they didn't note that Ryan Fitzpatrick started that game and Jameis Winston finished the game and threw the only touchdown pass for the Buccaneers, okay? And that was in Dirk Carter's system. But see, there's such an effort to discredit Jameis that's just off the charts silly for reasons that have to do with race, primarily, that you get fake news like that. And you have to actually look and see, hey, by the way, Jameis Winston twice beat the Chicago Bears and put up some really good numbers in the process. 380 yards, I believe, in the first contest and 194 in the second contest before the Mitch Trubisky game where Jameis shared time with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So you have to really call for people to stop with the fake news regarding Jameis. It doesn't serve anybody well, and it's not necessary to do. Now, getting back to the other information, someone's going to say, "Are you saying that Jameis Winston could command a contract that that pays him upwards of $40 million a year?" I'm saying it's quite possible. And again, you can blame Deshaun Watson for this Deshaun Watson and really Aaron Rodgers for the inflation, okay? Aaron Rodgers first with his contract, and then Watson with his contract, which dwarfs Aaron Rodgers. So, so again, what I'm told is that pure and simple, it is expected that Winston will make his decision this week. He's meeting with the Colts one more time. The Saints are the front runner for obvious reasons. But I believe the reason why he's meeting with the Colts one more time, and this is my speculation, has to be that he has a new offer from the Saints. He wants to go back and counter. Or the Colts are upping the ante and want to go back and want him to come back and see what they've talked about. Now, I don't mean to imply that he's making travels, but this could all be done by Zoom. But regardless of how they're doing it, that's the schedule laid out for this week. That's the schedule laid out for this week. So keep your eyes peeled. I think this situation will shake out by, if not middle of the week, by the end of the week. We'll have a better idea of what's going on and where Jameis is going to land. I would be very surprised if he did not choose New Orleans this week and went to Indy. But if he did go to Indianapolis, it would be because Indianapolis made him an offer he couldn't refuse. And that's what you're looking at. So I also want to say something, too, about now former New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton's comments regarding Jameis Winston. He said essentially what I have said for years regarding Jameis and the media. There has been a lot of lazy takes on Jameis Winston, particularly after his 2019 season with the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers put him into situations to throw deep, but not to throw within a ball-controlled passing offense. If the Buccaneers employed the kind of offense with Jameis that they wound up installing with Tom Brady, they would have had at least one Super Bowl trophy and several NFC South division wins or championships before Tom Brady. They would, in fact, there would have been no need to go after Tom Brady because they had Jameis. But they didn't do that. They force-fed, both under Dirk Carter and under Bruce Arians, they force-fed a passing game system that paid little attention to timing. At least not...
I don't understand.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Google. That was Google, okay? They paid little attention to timing. And paid a lot of attention to his arm strength. And along the way, Dirk Carter made some mistakes. For example, they let Dalvin Cook get by them. They could have had a playoff caliber NFL player and running back to carry the load for the Buccaneers while Jameis Winston was at quarterback. But for reasons best known to the Buccaneers, they passed on Dalvin Cook. I thought he was right there. I thought it was the stupidest thing in the world, but they let him get by. Whatever information they received that caused them to pass on Dalvin Cook was a complete error. And again, completely nonsensical. So you put in Dalvin Cook, you have the basis for a good ball control passing offense, and you place Winston in the position of field general, right? And place the Buccaneers in a position to get to the playoffs and win Super Bowls, especially with that defense. They didn't do that, okay? They did not do that. They did not do that. So you're talking about a guy in Dalvin Cook now that has, 4,820 rushing yards, 4.7 yard rushing average, 39 touchdowns. Okay, 39 touchdowns. And there's some people who looked at his off the field arrests and other problems and passed on him. But I dare anybody to show me that Dalvin Cook has not been a model NFL citizen. Okay. The point is that someone was going to take him. The Buccaneers should have been the organization that took him. All right? Okay? And so he wound up being taken in the second round. Again, the Buccaneers could have had him in the first round. He was first round caliber. They didn't do it. Pair two Florida State people, you've got ticket sales up the wazoo. They didn't do it. So the Buccaneers made a lot of mistakes with Jameis Winston that they haven't appropriately accounted for, and they should. Now, Jameis is in a position to really get the kind of contract he so rightfully deserves. And now he's got a team, I think equal importance. Jameis Winston has a team of people around him that care about him first. They're not, as one of his charges had done, using their association with him to put out bad information about him. You want me to repeat that? They're not using their association with him to put out bad information about him in exchange for dollars and favors. Yes, I said that. Who represents you is just as important in the NFL as your workout regimen and even the team you wind up being with. Jameis had people around him, had people around him who did not put his best interests first. For example, in the case of the Uber driver, one of his representatives, I won't say the name, but I do know the name, said to the driver, "Do you know that you have a star NFL quarterback?" So you're saying this to a person, you don't know who this person is, who's driving an Uber late at night because they obviously need the money. And so you're saying to them, hey, I just gave you a piggy bank. Okay? It's bad stuff. So with a close, that's the latest update. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. Thank you.